Good morning, everybody. Meteorologist Robert Spetty here with you. Today on the 29th of July, 2013. What is going on today? Well, we have a tropical depression over the Philippines here and also a line of thunderstorms moving across Japan. Those are the two big things we want to focus on. First, let's talk about a tropical depression and also what it's embedded in, which is really the intertropical convergence zone here, which is going to be sparking off not just one, but possibly two systems by the latter part of this week. Now, right now, I am saying it is a tropical depression, actually just towards the southeast of Manila here, pushing off there towards the northwest at about 10 knots, pressure about 1,008 HPA. So it's a minor tropical depression, and JMA doesn't expect it to become a tropical storm either. We go ahead to the 24-hour forecast, even to their 48-hour forecast, continuing to maintain that tropical depression intensity. It gets a little bit stronger once it moves out over the South China Sea there, and we could see some more intensification out of it, possibly to a very weak tropical storm by the mid to latter part of this week, but don't expect anything too crazy as far as the intensification. What this is going to be still bringing is some heavy rainfall, and already has been doing so. We can see here from Pagasa, they're warning on the possibility of flash floods and landslides. People are advised to take the proper precautions. Sudden Luzon, Visayas, northern Mindanao, right where this is about is, but I even think in the Manila metro area, there's the risk of some urban flooding. As we see this continuing to track off there towards the northwest, also through the afternoon hours, likely going to see some more storms spark up, especially along here along the west coast when you see that moisture inflow wrap around it, and also on the east coast we still have these showers continuing to surge in from the Philippine Sea. So low pressure right here, wherever you are on the windward side of this is where you're likely to see those showers really continue to spit up, and also during the afternoon heating, like I just mentioned, you get that daytime heating. But the other problem is that these showers with this low pressure area are falling on already saturated ground. What I mean by that is that you have been seeing some heavy showers out here across the Philippines. The ground really doesn't want to soak up any more moisture, so there's a very high flash flood threat because these showers have been continuing to persist, and that is going to be the problem going through the next several days as it does continue to track off there towards the northwest. Also take a look over towards Myanmar here, central portions of India. This is typical, and this is also typical for this time of year. You have the southwest monsoon, but even over towards Laos, Cambodia, northern Thailand, we've been seeing that moisture inflow, and that has been making things all sorts of wet here as well. Now, as this low pressure area does track off there towards the northwest, there is a potential of this even enhancing some more moisture as we go through the mid part of the week. So you want to continue to watch that. And that also brings me to my next point. I mentioned that this low pressure area is embedded within the intertropical convergence zone, that there's a potential for, well, two systems. Now, as we see this move out there towards the South China Sea, Tuesday going into Wednesday, we can start to see a low pressure area develop off here towards the north. You can see it right in there. That's actually by the latter part of the week. The long range model is also picking up on another area very similar to this tropical depression we're watching now, unnamed by the way. It was going to be called Julina, but Pagasa never really upgraded it, but still, this next one very well could be called that name if we do see that become a tropical depression, at least a named one. You see it pushing off there towards the northwest. GFS, a little bit even more aggressive on. As shown here, you can see our current storm over the Philippines is going to push off there towards the northwest, enhances that monsoonal flow. You see that low pressure area right there pushing into the Hong Kong area, and then a new one, very weak on this one particularly, but that pushes over the Philippines as well. So a lot going on right now. It's tropical season. We have a lot of stuff embedded within the ITCZ. Now the good thing is that it's several low pressure areas trying to form. What I mean by good thing is that if you have one strong one, it usually takes over and that becomes relatively strong, but when you have several weak ones embedded within the this widespread cloud convection, one storm in particular quite has a hard time getting its act together and really becoming anything more than a weak tropical depression. So bad news is it's going to continue to bring the heavy rainfall, but as long as there's several lows trying to form in this, I don't see anything more than a very, very weak tropical storm, possibly a stronger tropical depression. But that is all on that. Also, I mentioned across Japan, thunderstorms in progress. Western Japan, southern Japanese islands. I know if you're there in Okinawa, you're probably thinking we need some rain, but it's still expected to be dry there. I'm talking about central and basically off towards the Hokkaido region, where we are seeing the heavy showers today. Some of these storms could become severe. Into Yamagata Prefecture last week, we saw some very severe flooding, also over towards Niigata, so this is not going to be helping out that situation at all. It just seems like we really kicked up the frontal areas across much of northern Japan at this time of year, and really, you have that Westpac high farther down towards the south. It's still lingering, dominating southern Japan, so these fronts are going to continue to rush just towards the north. So keep an umbrella on you if you are out here, especially around Tokyo this afternoon. Oh, and by the way, go check out meteorologist Mike Adcock's video on our tropical storm Flossie. I know we have the Western Pacific here, we have our tropical depression here. He covers that in the video, but also look way over there at Hawaii. We have tropical storm Flossie, which is impacting the islands today. So lots going on out here, not just in the Western Pacific, but also the Eastern Pacific and Central Pacific as well. But that is all for right now, everybody. Stay safe out there, and thanks for watching. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, please post them down in the comment box below.